Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually filming this video in 2016 because I'm dramatically behind, even though this is going up in January or February, I forgot now, but it's going up really late. So winter last year I did a fair bit of reading. I did better than I did in autumn, but I did worse than I did in summer. I think, pretty sure worse than I did in spring. I did way better than I did in autumn, which was just horrible. I did worse than I did summer before, but it was winter, so it was the middle of the school year. It was like horrible. In the winter I read a total of 7 books. I read 3 books that continued a series, 3 books that started a series, and 1 book that finished a series. All 7 of the books I read were by male authors. 6 of the books was from more than one character's perspective, and 1 book was from a male's perspective. 1 book was published between 2006 and 2010, and the rest of the books were published between 2011 and 2016. 6 of the books were a fantasy series that took place in our world, and 1 book was a sci-fi. And every single book was by a guy named Rick, which was just really funny. When you think about it, it's just so weird. And these are the books that I read. I read The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan, which is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and I reread this book, but I listened to it as an audiobook and just kind of followed along just to get through it really quickly because I did not want to reread the entire book. I then read The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan, Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan, and House of Hades by Rick Riordan, and this one was a reread for me, just this one. And I gave all of these books 5 stars because I loved them so much. I think it's just because I read them so quickly, because I do tend to give books a higher star rating when I've read them really quickly. The Lost Hero I gave 4 stars, which I think is what I gave it the first time around as well. And then I read the last book in the series, which is The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan, and I did not love this book as much, and I think it's just because it slowed me down. Like, I slowed down when I was reading this book, but I still gave this book a 4-star rating, and I just love Nico and Raina so much, and I'm just so happy we got point of views from them, and like, Will at the end is just like perfect. And I literally read that whole series so short. I read like the last 4 books in the space of about 2.5 weeks, I think. So I literally just read those so I could get to this book, which is The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan, which is the first book in the Charles of Apollo series. And oh my god, this book was so funny. I've talked about it in previous videos, and just I love this book a lot, and I'm actually filming this the day that the American cover dropped, but obviously I get British covers because I live in Australia and we like British SF. And the final book that I read in winter with a lot of pushing through it, because I did the thing where I just had to read like the last 100 pages actually, but that book was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I had to just finish this book after I watched the movie and tried to read it twice. This wasn't the edition that I read of it, the one that I actually checked it out from my school library to read it, but my sister bought this pretty recently, so I have a copy of it now, and I literally bought the next book because I was gonna read it straight away, and I still haven't read it, and it's been about 6 months, so yeah, I hope I get to it pretty soon. But yeah, this was pretty good. I think I gave it 4 stars as well. Like, just the language in it is really good. I'd love to reread this book and like write down all the quotes and stuff, but like I don't have the energy for that. Thank you for watching this video. You can hit the like button, subscribe and stuff, and I'll see you next week. Bye!